What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my thoughts that I'm currently going through at the moment, and with all of the different positive situations that are unfolding, all of the big burning that could be happening in the future, it's making me think a lot deeper. Something that I've always understood here in Terra Luna Classic is Binance watch us like hawks. We know this because of how quickly they've reacted to negative situations they've not much liked, i.e. the burning, the reminting of coins that was introduced and having to get that whitelist prepared for Binance specifically to continue burning. This tells you and me and everybody else listening that they are in fact watching us. And this is in itself very crucial to my deeper thinking that I've been going through. But let me just get you into my mindset and help you understand, if you don't know about all of the historical burning up to this point. It's being overlooked, kind of in the same way the shuttle bridge burn was overlooked. I thought a lot more people would drive a lot more hype in regards to a $250 billion LUNC burn. It's interesting because everybody wants burning, but when a substantial burn comes through, everybody's just meh. They don't go and they look at SHIB, for example, like we do here on the channel, and we see how SHIB made its way up to that high point and able to maintain such a substantial community that keeps it in the top 20. So what you're actually looking at here is trial exhibit P301. This was a piece of evidence that was presented throughout the court case, and it is more or less all of TFL's assets. And what we want to do is pay attention to the assets that are marked in orange on the right hand side. You can see the total amount of USTC that was burned in Anchor was 720 million. Okay, and then the total USTC in Mira was 49 million, and then you had a further 267 million also in the shuttle bridge. This combined together to just over 1 billion. So if you add that 1 billion onto all of these other burns that are possibly coming in the future, like I said in my previous video, you're pushing towards a 45 to possibly 50% burn, depending on how this pans out, right? So we've got the momentum. We are really in a position where the stars are beginning to align. And for those of you who are into your astrology, 9 planets are currently aligning. You get where I'm going with this. It's as if the entire cosmos is pushing us towards this major move upwards, and it's all going to come on the back end of this proposal that's possibly coming from Orbit Labs passing. This is why it's going to be crucial for your validator that you stake with to be up to date with all of those court documents so they can better understand exactly what they're going to be voting on. So just to quickly literally just touch base here, the shuttle bridge assets definitely overlooked. Like I said, that was also a $250 billion LUNC. This is outside of the USTC burn-in that we're primarily speaking about here. So again, we've seen a substantial hit on the LUNC supply. We've seen a substantial hit on the USTC supply already. Shuttle bridge is shut down. TFL is gone. Duquan's, I think, a year out from his criminal case. I mean, what more could we want at this point? We are primed for positive movement. Of course, building, developing protocols, all of these different things are really going to help. But when I look at the power behind a 1.86 billion burn of those LFG reserve assets, it's significant. And I'm going to keep pushing on this until everybody better understands we are in the same position. We're very close. I would say we're almost in the same position Shiba Inu was in when Vitalik burned 50% of their total supply. Now, what I want to do is now take you deeper into my current thought process, and we are going to go back to this. We're going to keep coming back to it. I'm going to keep thinking about it, and I'm probably going to continue to simply obsess over this tweet. I often get asked what the next hot thing in crypto. Frankly, I don't know. I try to help us with as many projects as possible and see where they take us. We don't predict trends, we follow them and try to contribute. In brackets, didn't need to add that, but he added it. What do you think will be the next hot thing in crypto? We need to understand he didn't use hot once, he used hot twice. I currently believe we're being monitored. I currently believe there's someone in Binance who has the responsibility to keep up to date with our blockchain, which would make sense for a substantial CEX like this, right? What if they've kept up to date with the court documents? What if they know eventually we are going to reach the point of burning 1.86 billion USTC, which would remove almost 50% of that total supply over the time we've all been part of this blockchain? I personally think they're hinting at something. I personally believe they're trying to give us hints again, like they had done previously, and many times during the actual crash itself. CZ was very, very outspoken. And again, this would begin to explain why Binance have continued to burn LUNC, why they continue to be the biggest accumulator of LUNC. It's a situation right now where we've done the work. We have essentially created a trend. And if this trend is to continue, well, it's going to pay off big time. Now, what I'm thinking is, and we've all always thought this, what if Binance do in fact commit to a 50% burn of their overall supply? Sounds crazy. I know, big pause. Sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. Calm down. It sounds crazy. But if I told you, right, 3 years ago, Binance would be burning every single month without fail millions of dollars of LUNC, you'd laugh, you'd scoff, you'd say, good one, HCC, you're such a funny catty. What a silly catty you are. But now, putting yourself here, it's normal to you. You know, it's something that has become so normal, you kind of underappreciate it. I underappreciate it. We definitely don't show them enough support. And as much as people think this is within the realms, right, of tinfoil hat stuff, I don't. I try to contribute in brackets. Sorry, and try to contribute in brackets. We don't predict trends, we follow them. When we look at Lunar Classic's day chart, we've got a trend line. It's just my brain is starting to really go deeper into this, because the possibility of this happening is not zero, and it's not 100%, it's not 50%. I don't know what percentage chance there would be of something like this happening, but it's happened before. And yes, Binance themselves essentially would have too much power over this blockchain. And if they did do something like this, right, it would show how dedicated they actually are to our ecosystem. We're going to have to see how this all really pans out, and we're going to have to try to ensure the burning of that 1.86 billion. There's also going to be, I think, a very small percentage. I think it was 4% held across 8 wallets. I'll need to go back to the video and check. We'll do another video on that. We'll get you up to date on that. But think about this tweet. Think about what he is saying. Think about the monumental burning we have done leading up to this point. Think about how we are all joined at the hip. Lunar Classic, USTC. Essentially, if one moves, the other one moves, and then the other one moves, well, then there's 3 buying opportunities for all of the different people that may want to profiteer on these move upwards. And what we need to do, this is the key part of any crypto cycle. It has to go down if it went up, but the amount it actually comes down is going to be determined on our user retention. If we're able to retain a good amount of users, well, they're going to hold their bag, which is going to effectively continue that trend line. It's going to go on to set higher highs and higher lows. But yeah, these are all of the different things that I'm thinking about at the moment. It's a bit of a wild goose chase in my own mind, but I'm really enjoying it. It's good to think about these kind of things. And like I said, it's not crazy when you think about it and you boil this stuff down. But let me know what you guys think. Do you, do you really think Binance? It's crazy when I start to think about it now. But do you really think they would commit to a burn as substantial as what Vitalik did, for example? And do you think that we in ourselves could reach the same market cap as Shiba Inu? When it comes to market cap, I do believe we can reach their market cap and higher if we have the right propellant, the right user base, good user retention. It's within the realms of reality, because our supply on our coin is not 551 trillion. It's less than 6 trillion. I think it's less than 5.5 trillion circulating at this point. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you next one. Ciao.